Fourth Gate Podcast, Dom Damali here. What's up, you guys? I am back with another video today. I told y'all I'll be back with a couple videos this week. So, yeah, y'all are gonna have a lot of videos coming y'all way this week because the finale is coming up. And y'all know I have a lot to say about all of this fuckery going on. Today, I want to talk a little more about the whole Jenna situation. Sketchy Jenna, when Jenna was a badass, when Jenna was slaying these dudes. I want to talk about the Jenna storylines that were just never heard of again. And it's a lot of them. I really want to talk about this Jenna thing again because it has been laying heavy on my heart this morning to talk about Jenna. For one reason, because Jenna was one of my favorite characters when she was a badass. She really was. And I never really realized it until I read that whole Tumblr post. And then I was like, damn, I really did F with Jenna back in the day. I really did. Okay. One thing that really upsets me about Jenna's character, Jenna's storylines, is the simple fact that we never really got answers for the Jenna thing. We never really got answers for the Jenna thing. We never got closure with the Jenna thing. It was just, oh yeah, Alison threw a fucking firework shit in there and it blew up. And, Jenna was in there and she was blinded. Does Jenna know that these girls blinded her? Somebody let me know. Because I don't remember it ever being a conversation between Alison and Jenna, the girls and Jenna, where anybody admitted to Jenna that, yeah, bitch, we fucking did that shit to you and we're sorry. I don't remember that happening. Now, I remember some theories back from earlier seasons where people were saying that it was either in the books or whatever that Alison and Jenna had some type of plan. Jenna knew that Alison threw the fireworks in there and it was just some type of plan. Now, whether they were going with that, whether it's a theory, whether it's from the books, it didn't happen. It didn't happen in the TV show. And I just really want closure with that situation. I mean, Jenna still thinks it's Toby. And does Toby know that Jenna still thinks Toby did it? I just don't understand. Like, Toby went to jail or whatever for it. He went somewhere for it when he had on that damn skimp ass do-rag, okay? He went somewhere for the situation. He know he didn't do it. The girls know he didn't do it. Allie know he didn't do it. So nobody had this conversation with Jenna and said, you know what? Toby ain't do this to you. The girls did. Alison did it. What? Like, I just don't understand why we never got closure on the Jenna thing. And this may not be that big of a deal or big of a storyline. And I may also be missing some key points to the whole shit. And I apologize if I am. I'm going off of memory right now. And, we haven't heard anything about the Jenna thing since, like, season 2. So if I'm missing something, I apologize. But I just don't understand why we are not getting closure on these storylines that kind of made the show in the beginning. Like, if y'all think back, the Jenna thing was such a big fucking storyline in the very beginning. When they didn't know who A was, and they thought it was Jenna, and Jenna was creepy, but she wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't know if she was bad or good, because she was blind, and was like, was the bitch really blind? Because she was, like, smelling and shit. You know what I'm saying? It was such a big deal, and it just was never really handled correctly. Like, I really don't like how Marlene King, the writers, ABC Family, whoever's to blame, I really don't like how they did that storyline, just like many others. It was such a big deal. It was such a big deal in the earlier seasons, and we just never freaking talked about it again. And like I said, I could be missing some points. If I am, I'm sorry. Another Jenna thing I want to talk about is the whole shit. Let's see which one I should talk about first. Okay, I want to talk about her knowing Alison. Okay? In my favorite episode, okay, y'all know my favorite episode. My favorite episode is the episode that's like the first Halloween, the first, what's it called? The first moment, whatever the shit is called, the first thing, I don't know, but it's the episode where, you know, Alison is picking out her fucking outfit, the girls are still losers and shit, they go to this party, Alison plays that trick on them in the house, in the haunted house. That's my favorite episode of Pretty Little Liars, at least one of them. And Jenna and her have this little moment in the Halloween shop, and Jenna's like, you know what, I know who you are. Now, I'm going to pause it right there. We also have Jenna, I don't remember if it was at Alison's funeral. No, it wasn't Alison's funeral. It was Alison's memorial. Jenna spoke at Alison's memorial, and she said something along the lines like, yeah, I knew her for a long time, or I've been knowing Alison for a long time, and blah, blah, blah. This may have been an oversight or some type of fault on the writer's side. It could have been a fuck up for them. But can somebody please explain to me why she's speaking at this woman's memorial if she didn't really know her and says that she knew her? Why, when Jenna's new in town, now we can explain that when Jenna's new in town, she says she knows her. It could just be, you know, yeah, I've heard about you, I've seen you around. Yes, but looking at the episode that I just brought up, when she's speaking at the shit, did she know her beforehand? You know, it could be an oversight. Like I said, it could be an oversight on the writer's side. But how you gonna have this bitch speaking at the shit and she didn't know her? But she says that she knew her. And then in the first Halloween episode, she says that she knows who she is. That I don't understand. Also, staying on the same subject with Alison and Jenna, why have we never really touched on their background? I mean, that goes back to them knowing each other, or did they not know each other? Why have we never really touched on their issues or anything like that? I mean, in the first Halloween, it's very obvious that Alison is jealous of Jenna. It's very obvious. But we don't really touch on why. We don't touch on the history that they've had with each other. We just don't. I mean, we know they don't like each other. We know they're rivals. But I just feel like we should just go deeper into that. I really do. Because it just seems like so many things unanswered. Did they know each other before? Did they not? I mean, Shauna was fucking Jenna. We don't even know how long she was fucking Jenna. But did Alison know about that when she was out here faking her death? I don't know, y'all. That one I don't really know. But okay, the other thing with Jenna I want to talk about is the whole her being blind, not being blind in one eye, whatever it is. Okay. I personally think that Pretty Little Liars, just like every other motherfucking storyline, they dropped the ball on this. What really upsets me about Jenna when it comes to Pretty Little Liars is how they fucking just drop her storylines. Like, they make her seem so important at one moment, and then the next moment we just never hear of her, the shit again. And just to go off subject for a minute, the whole thing with the whole thing with Jenna and how she picked up Emily that night and Redcoat and whatever was digging a grave, like, we just never really got any answers to that. Like, was Jenna really there? Okay, Emily had the flashback, she must have been. Okay, so what did Jenna see? Like, and who was with Jenna? Who was in the car with Jenna? Like, we just never got answers on this shit. You know, and they make Jenna seem so important, and then the next minute she fucking not, and that shit is annoying. Now, back to her fucking being blind, not being blind. I think that this show has so much potential to go so far with Jenna because she was just a great character. She was a great character because she was a I'm not gonna say a bitch, but she was a bitch. But she was like the shit. Like, Jenna was the shit. To have Alison jealous of you, Jenna was the shit. The character who plays Jenna is a very beautiful girl. Like I said many, many times, Jenna was slaying these dudes. Slaying. Okay? Slaying these motherfucking dudes. Okay? Jenna was just the shit. And they had so much potential to just take her storyline so many places. Like, they started to so many times and then they didn't. And they had so many opportunities to just let that shit fly and go somewhere like crazy with this show. The whole blind thing, I really feel like either she should have never been blinded. And what I mean by that is not that she shouldn't have got, that the Jenna thing shouldn't have happened, but that she never was really blind. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Jenna thing happened and she was just pretending to be blind from the beginning. Or she got, or how it went, she got the surgery, she lied about it, and she could really see. But I felt like that should have went on longer. Now, if you guys remember back, think back. Now, I know this shit a long fucking time ago, but think back to season 3 when she got exposed for being able to see. If you really think about that motherfucking stupid ass storyline, the reason why she got exposed to seeing is just so it could be exposed that Lyndon killed Maya. That whole shit. She got exposed to being able to see so they could kind of slide in that she saw Lyndon. Like, that's fucking bullshit. Okay? And I can go on that whole fucking Maya thing for hours. Like I said, because that shit was some real bullshit. That whole Maya thing. But I'm not. But if you really think about it, that's the only reason. Because they didn't do anything else with it. If it was another reason for Jenna to be exposed for not being blind, they would have did something else with it. The only thing they did with it was that, she saw Lyndon, and then Lyndon got mad that she saw her, and then, Jenna was trying to help Emily and trying to hint to her that, you can't trust everybody. That's the only reason they exposed that shit, and that's stupid as hell. How the fuck are you gonna make the Jenna thing the most important fucking shit in season 1 and season motherfucking 2? But in season 3, Jenna get exposed for not being blind just for this Lyndon and Maya dumbass storyline that has nothing to do with the fucking point of the motherfucking story? Y'all. I can't deal with pretty motherfucking liars, yo. I can't deal with it. That shit is so stupid. I can't. I don't even feel like continuing this shit no more. That pissed me off. I can't. That Jenna thing was such a big deal. And it gets exposed because of this. Really? Really, Marlene King? For Lyndon? Who we don't even know for sure if he killed Maya or fucking not. Some shit that had nothing to do with the main fucking story, but you made it seem like it did. Really? And now y'all understand my frustrations with this show. Y'all have to understand my frustrations, man. Even if y'all are not frustrated, you have to at least understand mine. Because it just doesn't make sense. I think that Jenna shouldn't have gotten exposed for being able to see until later on. And I think that they should have made Jenna have something to do with this main shit. I don't know if they should have made her black veil or red coat, or I don't know what exactly they should have did with her and what place they should have put her in, but I think it would have been fucking awesome for real, if Jenna ended up having something to do with all of this motherfucking shit, like the whole time we thought she was blind, and then she had something to do with this whole motherfucking thing, because Jenna and Alison have always had this rivalry, you know what I'm saying? Alison has always been jealous of her, and the whole Jenna thing, and blase blah, she was blinded, but then she got the surgery, and now she's faking, and then she's really the one behind some of this shit. I mean, that would have been awesome. Dude. They really just fucking dropped the ball. For real. And the thing that really pisses me off about all of this is that the fact that they made Jenna seem so important all the time. I mean, just going back to the episode of Emily's birthday party where Jenna gets attacked. And, Shauna's like, they're talking to Shauna and they're like, oh, who attacked her or whatever the hell. And she's like, oh, she's not scared of y'all. She's not scared of Alison. She's scared of Cece. Why do they just use Jenna? They use Jenna to bring in other people, just because they used her to bring in fucking Shauna. They used Jenna to bring in storylines, just like that shit. They used her to bring in this whole CC bullshit. Y'all. And we still haven't motherfucking found out why Jenna, Sydney, and Mona was meeting together, and who the fuck was the other person who pulled up. Are we ever gonna find out that? Are we ever gonna find out who the fuck else pulled up and why they were meeting? And it was also another time where they met up. I think it may have been season 3 where it was Jenna, Shauna, and Mona. Something like that. Mona had ran away and Jenna and Shauna had went to go. I don't remember that all the way. But the one I remember fully is this last season, or one of the last seasons, when fucking Sydney, Jenna, and Mona met up and another person pulled up and we never got to see the other person. Who the hell was that? And why were they meeting up? And why the fuck and how the fuck did Jenna know that was her fucking car if she can't see? Y'all, I'ma leave y'all with that to fucking marinate on and think about. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this motherfucking Jenna shit. Peace.